Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Daytime temps. Not gonna turn that on for now because I got a lot to do here. Sold my grow tent, so that's 2 more big boxes gone out of the tiny house. We gotta pump some water because captured some more with the new rain catchment system. Whoops, there it is there. Sorry I do that with the camera, guys. My viewfinder, when I flip the viewfinder around, it stays upside down for me sometimes. So now it's changed over for whatever reason. It's probably loose wires because I've been using the camera so often. So we're going to pump that little bit of water up here. And the reason is, there she goes. The reason for that is we have rain incoming tonight and tomorrow, all day tomorrow apparently. And I'm on the road tomorrow. I just got done work and I'm on the road all day tomorrow. Got to take my mom for cataract surgery. She already got her first eye done and it's kind of healed up, so she's doing the second eye. And so Friday's a write-off because I got to take her out of town. Monday's a write-off because there's a follow-up visit after that. I do have possibly Saturday, Sunday off. Tuesday I'm working the rest of the week from Tuesday on, so there we go. Wheeling and dealing here at the tiny house, guys. So grow tent is sold. I'm still trying to sell the elliptical here. This is taking up a lot of space in the tiny house, as Mike, One Acre Homestead, said to me. Yeah, this thing is taking too much real estate up, and it's the way it is. The next couple days we get to check again for any possible water damage via my Flex Seal should still be holding up on those rivets that had the water infiltration going on. But I still, on my BitChute channel, and if you guys don't know what that is, that's just like a cryptocurrency YouTube alternative site. I post on there too. The commenters over there mentioned that I need to drill some weeping holes in my window on the outside, which I'm going to take this camera out and go show you to see if that's exactly what's actually going on. Why the windowsill is always full of water. They didn't put weeping holes in. So I looked up a YouTube video how to do that, and you just take a small drill bit, punch a couple holes down the length of the sill, and I guess the water just gets out. So we're gonna go take a look at that shortly after this water gets pumped up in here. We're staying around the 100-gallon mark, but I think I caught about another 10 gallons, and we still have incoming rain tonight and tomorrow, so jackpot. Everything's working great, no more leaks. All the stuff that I tightened up is working great now. So the pipe wrench is definitely going to stay in the tiny house for my tool arsenal because I need something that large to crank stuff. It's just the way it is. So there we go. Other than that, tiny house is doing good. Just waiting for the girl that I sold the turbine to pick up her battery, cables, the wind turbine, and the stuff over here. So she's getting 2 mod sine wave inverters. I got the manuals. I got the Coleman wind turbine manual and 3 charge controllers / smart switches. So she's gonna buy those. Well, she's already purchased them. Just gotta pick them up. She does owe me, let's see, she paid me $600, so that bought the wind turbine and a mod sine wave inverter. So she owes me like another $200 for the rest. And so wheeling and dealing here at the tiny house. Pretty sure that's going good well. Let's check on the solar. Never really worried about it because okay, it's in float mode, so it's not bringing in any power at this moment. And the fridge freezer is on, And I cranked down the temperature of the freezer, so these bottles, these 2 liters down here, are actually freezing solid, which is nice because then this unit doesn't cycle as often because it holds the temperature in there. Also, if you're following me on Facebook, on the Off-Grid Tiny House Facebook group channel, I posted there, and I posted on Patreon, of course, that I did a little investigating on purchasing 2 more of these bad boys, 2 more lithium 100 amp hour batteries. And my supplier informed me on eBay that end of July they get more stock of these exact ones. And I need to match exact batteries to exact batteries because it's kind of important. So 2 more to go. And then I gotta buy sand, build a box, build a battery box, find the metal for the liner inside. And Stu told me, High Tech Guy 18 told me that I have to, when I purchase the sand, I then have to bake the moisture out of the sand, which means I gotta fire up the wood stove and buy a bunch of little Dollar Tree trays, aluminum trays, load them with sand, and just fire up the wood stove and let them do its thing. So that'll be fun, especially in the summer. But I'm gonna have to leave all the doors open and stuff, I guess, unless I want to totally kill this mold in here. So probably around the same time as I pull the walls, that's when I'll need the wood stove on anyway to help dry stuff out even further, faster. And that's probably when I'll do the sand deal that I just told you about. So we're getting there. I haven't had time to go over the bug out bags yet to reorganize and all that, but yeah, pretty crazy. So is what it is. Water should be just about pumped in there, and 100-gallon mark. We're closing in on the 125 gallon mark. So we're waiting for that bad boy. Oh, and now it's sucking air. You guys see that? Gotta love transparent hoses for plumbing. So what I'm gonna do to save my pump, I just kill the pump there, so it's not always sucking air bubbles, hurting the rotors in there and all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's just glue. Thought it looked a little wet. So almost 125 gallons total. And I believe these bad boys go all the way up to 500. It's from what I remember. Focus. 250. 250. 250 gallon totes. So 500 total, yeah. So 250 gallon totes that I have. So 500 total if I had them all full at once, which would be insane, but there you go. So you can see the shower's a little dirty from my laundry load because the drain just pumps into the shower and it's pretty nappy. All my dishes are pretty much clean except for this guy, which I was using wood stain in, and it's probably never going to recover, so I'm going to keep that as my little dish for doing the wood stain, which I need to get some more of as well. So yeah, we're getting there, guys, slowly but surely. Like I said, I'm running back and forth. As soon as I get done work and have a little bit of time, like today, I had to run over here, grab the grow tent, bring it back to the parents' house to sell because it's safer for them to meet me there. Sell it in the driveway where they have cameras, just in case. You might have a little nut bar on. There's nut bars out there on the internet, guys, so you gotta watch that out. Anyways, so Rob is working his buns off again, working full time, and anytime any little chance I get of free time, I'm back here working here. So yeah, pretty wild stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my camera home right now, and I'm gonna have to do some editing, throw this up for my Patreon members, and then I'm gonna be staying over here Friday night during the rainstorm. So if we play our cards right, guys, while I'm sleeping over, it's gonna storm. We're gonna see my rain harvesting setup catching water live on camera for you guys to see, and me as well, to see what it sounds like, how it flows in, and all that fun stuff. So I think it's going to work out pretty good. The first flush system, guys, I gotta admit, after using it for 2 years, I can't believe how much water I was losing. Because if I'm getting this much on the 20-minute rainfalls that we were getting here, that means I was losing out a whole ton of water with the first flush system. So I cannot recommend the first flush system. I can recommend my DIY build that I built back here. And if you guys want a future video of me just going over all the parts and components and that, let me know in the comments. And I will make a video just for that. And give me a title for it too. So you guys know what to look for that video. Because quite the big difference. First flush system, I'm going to say, was 50% efficient. This one's like 80%. Actually closer to 90%. It would be 100% if my rain gutters didn't have some minor leaks. But that is what it is. Because they are DIY and on the cheap. Made out of 3-inch ABS pipe cut in half. So it's like a U shape. And I use that as my gutter setup. So not the best. Future, I would recommend doing it proper with aluminum gutters or steel gutters or whatever's out there. I don't think there's vinyl gutters. There could be, but who knows. Anyways, is what it is. So I'll grab the camera, head back, edit up for you guys, edit a bunch of stuff, get this up on Patreon. It's pretty comfy in here. I don't see any water anywhere. When I get a couple days off, guys, I will be back here. And I will be pulling both walls out. And we're going to video all that. And we're going to be cleaning up the damage. And I've been getting the comments from you guys on my videos on suggestions of what to do and blah, blah, blah. So far, the Flex Seal and the rocker guard has worked over the rivets. I did both sides of the tiny house. So far, so good. Now, what I'm also considering doing, since the tiny house needs a paint job inside and out, on the outside, my buddy, I'm going to hire him. I just have to buy the paint. He has a, basically one of those commercial paint sprayers. So I just got to get a decent, like a good quality exterior paint. Probably do 2 coats as well. And I'm going to have him go over the rivets that I already went over heavily with the rocker guard and the Flex Seal. So paint on top of that will act as a sealer as well. And hopefully all goes well. Now, worst comes to worst, I will make flashing that will divert water past those rivets for the future. So there's no chance of water ever going through there again, which might be the smartest way of doing it. So I'll have to see how much of that thin aluminum flashing I have left over, because I did the drip edge all the way along the tiny house, the skirt basically, and it worked great so far. However, if I do it along here, especially along this wall behind me, any water that happens will just flow beyond the rivets, and the rivets will stay dry permanently. So maybe that's the way to go. Let me know in the comments, guys. See you guys on the next one.